So I clicked on an exclusive Ace video last night, and there I am front and center in the comments section. Making a cameo appearance in an exclusive Ace video was not on my bingo card for 2025, and the year just fucking started. So I had to watch this video, and I had to watch Nero's video about Ace's video, and now here I am, supposed to be on vacation, by the way. I know, I'm not out in the fields shoveling shit into the back of a truck for 10 hours. Maybe I am just a millennial pussy. I don't deserve a vacation, but, you know, I was trying to take some time for myself and recharge my batteries. And here, this gets dropped in my lap. What do? Well, I have to cover it. It is my duty. If people are saying, hey, I wonder what BT is thinking about this, then I guess I am obligated to make a motherfucking video on the matter. And if you think I'm gonna hold back, if you think I'm gonna pull punches in this video, I am sorry. If you're one of those pussies that say, oh, you need to stop yelling, BT, suck my fucking cock! I don't care. I'm gonna yell my ass off. I'm already yelling, but you know, I'm gonna do it some more. This is the exact thing I have been talking about for 5 years, and to be completely honest with you, most of you owe me an apology. You know, the people, like a year ago, the people in Exclusive Ace's comment section would have never made this comment or upvoted it straight up. It's almost like, correct me if I am fucking wrong here, please. It's almost like I have been right since the beginning, since 2019. It's almost like I have been exactly right, and I have called it every step of the fucking way. It's almost like that, huh? Maybe some of you should say, hey, I'm sorry, you were right, but, you know, that requires having some balls, so I don't think that's gonna happen. If it does happen, you know, I'll give you your flowers, sure. But either way, I'm not here to talk about this stuff right here. I'm not talking about being right. I don't even want to be right when I cover this stuff. I want to be proven wrong. However, continually, I am right. And I am right again. What am I talking about? What am I just going off the handle about? Let's just get right on into the meat and potatoes, shall we? So, if you go to this website, support.activision.com/privacy, and then submit a new request for your personal information, it is that easy, you will get access to all of your data. These narcissistic fucks love just jerking off to your fucking data, and they've been doing it since Call of Duty Vanguard. But the things that they track are truly weird. It's not just like kills and deaths, which it should be, maybe wins and losses. If you're going to have an actual skill-based matchmaking system, that would kind of make sense. That's kind of how it works in Dead by Daylight, I think. It either tracks kills as a killer or escapes as a survivor, and that's really about it, which means that the skill matching system is a little loose in that regard, and the game is still playable without feeling like a complete rigged shit show. However, in Call of Duty, it tracks just everything. The most important thing I'm going to be covering today that it tracks is, of course, your skill rating. Yeah, we're going to get into all this, though, in just a second. And look, there's nothing wrong with tracking this stuff in a vacuum. In XDefiant, actually, it was really fun seeing my skill rating going up and knowing that, like, I'm improving as a player. I am seeing my kill-death ratio go up. I am seeing my win-loss ratio go up. I am seeing my skill rating going up. And I'm seeing all of this going up while playing solo. Yes, I can play solo in that game and still slap the taste out of 99.9% of the players' mouths. It's great seeing that I'm still a fucking beast, basically. In Call of Duty, however, not only can you not see the skill rating until now, I think this is some legal loophole, by the way. They do not want this getting out. So what do? I gotta get this shit out because fuck these fucking assholes, right? Fuck these assholes and fuck their data. All right? Here's what they track, though, aside from skill. You guys are gonna love this, okay? This is from Nero, and I'm just gonna show it verbatim. They track your score, they track your shots, they track your hits, they track your assists, they track your longest streak, your kills, your deaths, your headshots, your executions, your suicides, your damage done, your damage taken, the percentage of time moving, movement-based matchmaking. Literally. And all of this stuff, again, in a vacuum, it's not that unheard of. In fact, a lot of this stuff they've been tracking for a while. A lot of this stuff used to be or currently is public information in your combat record even. So that's not the weird stuff. But let me just break this down for you guys. They track your operator usage for some reason. That one is weird, but maybe we could explain it like they just want to tally up how much stats you have with a certain operator for your own personal viewing. But these next two, I cannot explain, okay? I think we actually caught them red-handed. Based on the patent with, oh man, marquee players, I think they were called. Marquee players, the ones that buy the skins and stuff will get matched with lower level players who see those skins and think they need to buy them to actually be good at the game. That's an actual patent that Activision Blizzard have made. I don't know where they find the time to make all these patents between stealing their employees' breast milk and sexually harassing them. I don't know where they find the time. They're clearly very busy people. But that is a patent that exists. Look at this information here, okay? They track your operator, yes. But for whatever reason, they track what skin you are using on that operator. They are tracking the execution you are using. And we all know that operator skins and executions are directly tied to the store. And I don't know. I don't know why they would ever need to track this. Why would you need to waste resources on gathering data about the skins people are using or the executions they are using? And this is pulled directly from Ace's video, by the way. I'm not making any of this up. I have literal proof that they are tracking what clothes you are wearing, essentially, in-game. It's odd, to say the least. It's odd. They're tracking how much you move and potentially matching you based on other people moving just like you. I don't know how they track, like, the skill rating exactly, but the skill thing, I mean, that's what everyone wants to see. I want to see the other stuff. I want to see the weird stuff that should not be tracked under any circumstance. But either way, let's consult the skill portion of the thing, because that's what most people want to see. Why do they hide your skill rating? I mean, XDefiant displayed it loud and proud, but then again, XDefiant was very open with its matchmaking, as in, there's no skill-based matchmaking. You go into the lobby, it does like lobby balancing, team balancing, it's done. It's what's worked since like 2007, and yet somehow we have strayed so far that the matchmaking algorithm has to take into account, like, if you're running the Belle Delphine anime dildo virgin bundle skin for your match, so it can show your marquee bundle to junior players in the lobby, junior being the skibidi toilet 10-year-old generation. What in the fuck is this science experiment bullshit? Get it out of my game, you sick fucks! Sorry, I gotta calm down. Let's consult the hidden skill rating, though. Because, yes, it tracks that. And, I mean, of course it does, right? We've known that forever. But what this doesn't show, yes, it shows our individual skill rating, but it does not show the top of that rating. It doesn't show, like, where it ends. It doesn't show how it directly affects matchmaking. However, in Ace's video, when he's covering his data or whatever, he finds something that pretty much proves that engagement optimized matchmaking is what they are using. Check this out.
And diving deeper, you might notice this chunk right here. This is actually when I was doing my double XP testing, where in these matches, I was literally getting 1 kill or elimination and then backing out and then comparing my XP value after the match compared to before the match, which allowed me to isolate exact XP data. So that's why we're seeing this chunk here. And I noticed after this chunk, there was a pretty sharp decline in my skill rating, even when I started playing normally again, and even when I was playing well normally, it was still dropping over time. So that does seem to show that this is a rolling average over time. And even immediately after I started playing well, it didn't adjust my skill rating right away. And in fact, it still kept dropping until suddenly it just shot straight up. And this was quite surprising to me. From one match to the next, my skill value went from 198 all the way up to 385. And the interesting thing is, looking at the matches before that, I'd been playing well for several matches. I was getting between about a 2 to 4.5 kill death ratio in every one of those matches leading up to this. And yet it took a while for the skill rating to adjust, and then when it did, it was a very sudden adjustment. It nearly doubled immediately, and it's not like I had a really exceptional game the game before that, it was just another good game. So what this situation seems to show is if you are backing out of lobbies regularly for several games in a row, it does appear to drop your skill rating quite drastically over time. But then as you start performing well again for several games in a row, then it will immediately shoot right back up to where you belong, or at least where it thinks you belong based on all the data.
Now, what this proves, by the way, is that this is no skill-based matchmaking system. We don't know the skill of anyone else you're being matched with. We only have our individual data here. We only have our individual skill rating. And yet we can see that just by leaving the match and like quitting out early, you can directly manipulate the matchmaking. This is not a skill-based matchmaking system, and I've been saying this for years now. I don't even want to call it skill-based matchmaking because it's not. It is movement-based. It is skill-based. It is quitting out-based. It is engagement-based. And I have covered this with a white paper. I'll link the video at the end of this one. It'll be on the right there, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This video I made, I mean, I wish it got millions of views. I do. Not just because of, like, it's good for my channel and money and whatnot. I want people to wake up and see that they are literally playing what is essentially a digital casino with a matchmaker in the background, an algorithm designed to keep you engaged. This is no skill-based matchmaking system. This is an engagement-based matchmaking system. You are being manipulated. Wake the fuck up and stop playing this game. Join the nearly 50% of the player base who have already dropped this garbage, and I want you to take it a step further. If you're still watching this video at this point, I want you to take this a step further, please. And don't do it just because I'm telling you to do it. Do it because I'm making sense and you agree with me, okay? Don't buy the next game. Stop playing the game the rest of the year. Stop playing Warzone. Stop spending money in the store if you do that. Don't join the match and then quit out to manipulate the matchmaking. Just stop entirely. If you must play this game, if you must play Call of Duty and you just have to, here's what I say, man. Go ahead and fucking cheat. Use my VPN as well if you want to. This entire series is a dumpster fire. It is a disaster. And I called this. I said this would happen, and it has happened, and you reap what you sow, motherfuckers. Just saying. I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe people will start listening to me now. People will start listening to me when I say this stuff because I have been right the entire time. Again, I have to say it and gloat a little bit. I'm sorry, but I am so vindicated now. It's unfolding right before my eyes, and I have endless amounts of popcorn that just watch things burn.